Hello, this is Chris from the Cinema Savvy Movie Podcast, and today I'm bringing you another reaction video. I know we've had quite a lot up the last few days, but that's because we've been having a whole lot of trailers the last few days. And I'm bringing you back another Star Wars one. I know it's been a while, sort of started my whole reaction series with the Star Wars ones, and it's getting very, very close to release date. I think it's like, 5 days as of this recording. But there's another one. We got another international trailer. This is the Star Wars The Force Awakens official international trailer 2. Some people say that the first international trailer was probably the best trailer we've actually had of all the trailers. And then since then we've had a lot more TV spots, loads of ones that I didn't react to. I think they're like 19 or something TV spots now. Most of them are starting to repeat footage. There might be one or two new shots in there, but nothing worth talking about for a full video. But this is a brand new trailer, and I wanted to do a reaction for you guys because it is Star Wars month on the channel. So far we've got reviews up for episode 1, 2 and 3. We just got done recording A New Hope earlier, so that should be up either tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and click play on this video, and we're going to see if there's any new footage, and we're going to talk about it a bit. Okay, so I'm going to click play now.
I'll show them the power of the darkness. No one will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
Oh, the music. Binary sunset.
Where do you come from? Classified, really? Me too.
Oh, that's new. That's new dialogue there. Oh, the fat shot.
We cannot run them! We must! We need a pilot! We've got one!
Yes!
Come on, baby, don't let me down. Red squad, blue squad, take my lead.
We will crush the resistance once and for all.
This is Star Wars.
We
This.
must face them. Fight them. All of us.
Get ready! For what? We got a lot of company!
Oh my god. That may be my favourite trailer we've had so far. Okay, there's a few things we need to talk about in this one. So we've got the scene where Rey is sort of like walking in the desert alongside BB-8, and she asks him where he comes from, and BB-8, well actually, there's rumours that BB-8's a girl, so she says, classified, she says, me too. That's interesting, like, her past is classified, so is that sort of the job that Rey's doing? Is that she's some kind of underground, like, junk dealer or something? But I think that's more alluding to her past, maybe, that even she hasn't been told where she's come from. It's going to be, she's some kind of one of the children, either of Luke, or she's going to be the daughter of Han and Leia, sorry. So I think that's a cool, neat little nod to that, probably. BB-8 just looks so great. We've seen BB-8 in all the trailers. Not really much new footage, but it just looks so... It's cute. BB-8's cute, okay? It's just like... I imagine that's what audiences first found when they saw R2-D2 for the first time, but BB-8's awesome. Already one of my favourite characters. I haven't even seen the film yet. We get I believe that this was released as a separate clip, like a little TV spot clip, is the scene where you've got Rey, BB-8 and Finn running away from the TIE fighter that's shooting up at them. Looks high energy, looks, stuff's actually blowing up. It's a real place they're on. Makes so much difference. There's just so much more going on when you think of the prequels. And I don't want to bash on the prequels too much in this video, but it's literally mostly just two people walking down a blue or green screen just delivering dialogue, and it's so just not much happening with this. Fantastic. This is exactly the kind of stuff we need, because it needs to be a fun space movie, which it looks like it is. Now, when he says we need a pilot, and she says we've got one, and then it cuts to the Falcon with just seeing Han there, just seeing Harrison Ford back in the role, in the chair, completely straight into the character of Han. Like, one of my things I was worried about is that, will he be too different now? Will he be sort of very stern, like how he is in interviews? Will he have that persona for Han, like, after all the years? But it looks like he snapped straight back into the character, which is amazing. And then you've got Chewie and sort of their banter between the two of them. But I remember seeing the clip of the one where Finn's running away and the ship blows up in front of them, and I don't think that line is in it where he says, like, we need a pilot. So I don't know if that's just been edited in for this. Perhaps. I'm not sure, just so you could, because trailers do that sometimes. They sort of alternately edit things to make them appear different. The one new shot is at 109, which looks like a bunch of X-Wings flying into the planet. And by the looks of the planet, it looks very green, so I think this is going to be the planet where Kylo Ren shows up and destroys the temple, where we've seen all the dogfights happening. This looks like the X-Wings on their way there, and you've got like an asteroid belt on the left. It looks really, really cool in the planet there. We see a bit more of Poe sort of leading the troops. It looks like they're going through hyperspace. And it just, you know what, it just looks fun. There's loads of other new shots as well, like some new ones with the Stormtroopers. You get a new voiceover, which sounds like Andy Serkis's character to me. The Supreme Leader Snoke, where he says, we will crush the Resistance. And it sounds so awesome. Like, that's the kind of villain we need. And, I could imagine the Emperor saying something like that in the originals. Oh, this film can't be bad. I can't accept the fact that this film can be bad now. This must have been what audiences were thinking when Phantom Menace was coming out. And really, to me, this is the first big Star Wars movie that's coming out that is starting, a new trilogy. Like, I went to see Phantom Menace, but I was very little at the time, and it was just sort of, oh, what's this movie? Go and see it. And then, since then, Star Wars has, just changed my life, been a big part of my childhood growing up, like it always has. But this is the first one that the hype has been there, and I have to rush and see it. Even with like Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones, it was just sort of go and see it. This I cannot wait for. Loads of dogfighting shots. We get Rey fighting with some people in the tents. Maybe that's towards the start to establish a character, to try and steal something perhaps. But the shot of her piloting the Falcon is just amazing. What's interesting though is where she's in the Falcon and she's flying it. So have they actually met Han and Chewie at this time? Because this might be that she's found this ship on the planet of Jakku. Han and Chewie have gone elsewhere. The Falcon may have been left on the planet for years and years. She's found it, maybe patched it up, took it for her own, and this is her ship now. And then when they do meet up with Han and Chewie, maybe that's when they come in and say, Chewie, we're home, and he's flying it from then on. Or maybe Rey has some kind of banter with Han as who's the best pilot now with it. So I've just thought of that off the top of my head. That might be true, that might be, false, but I think that would be a nice little bit of banter between the characters. And then one of the big new shots is the Falcon crash landing through the trees onto the snowy planet. Now, I think this will be Starkiller Base, but just seeing the Falcon crash, it's just amazing. I don't think we've ever seen the Falcon crash before. So then we get the shot with Kylo Ren with a lightsaber at Rey's neck. I think we get a slight fraction of a second longer of the lightsaber fight between Kylo Ren and Finn. And you can just tell with the fighting style, it's definitely going to be more like the originals, more like you could replace the lightsaber with just a broadsword and it would just be exactly the same. And then you get two final new shots. You get Poe in the X-Wing saying, we've got lots of company, or we've got company, something like that. That's just the fun, sort of typical Star Wars dialogue that you expect from all the fighter pilots. And then the final shot very, very much sort of mirrors the original Star Wars with the attack on the Death Star with Trench Run. is the X-Wings flying big metal construction, which is going to be Starkiller Base, I would expect. That even looks like you've got some sort of like trenches and things that could fly in. Just classic Star Wars imagery right there, and it looks. If you pause at 148 in the top left, you can see the snow. So this is definitely Starkiller Base, and maybe this big weapon sort of like is released out of the ground. Perhaps if it's some kind of cannon. Oh, this is So still, even now, loads to speculate on. This trailer was great. Honest, in all honesty, this is probably my favourite trailer we've got. Although the second one with Chewie, We're Home was really nice. So we are 5 days away from the film coming out. I don't expect them to bring anything else out, but I mean, I've been on record and said that over and over again. I think I said there'd only be 6 TV spots, and they end up bringing out 19. So take my word for what it's worth, but I think this will be the last one. The initial hype's there. Less than a week now. I think the film's just going to come out and we're all just going to go and see it and we're all going to love it. That will do it for my reaction of the official International Trailer 2. Comment below, let me know what you thought of the trailer. Be sure to watch our Star Wars videos on our Star Wars month with the reviews coming up. We're moving into the original trilogies now. So we've got A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi reviews coming up soon. Then we've got the top 10 of our favourite Star Wars moments of all time. That's going to be a really fun one to do. And then the very night that we see Force Awakens, we are going to get a review recorded. So we're all off to the midnight screening. We should be back in at about 3 in the morning here in the UK. We're going to get straight on, record a non-spoiler review and a spoiler review. So if people are still going to need to see the movie and want to wait, they've got the option to watch both. So yeah, lots of great things coming up on the channel. Be sure to stick around, hit that subscribe button, get commenting, and get involved with the channel. So that'll do it. Thanks, guys.